In the parable of the prodigal son, something really disturbing happened. And what is that? How come the elder brother never went out to search for his younger brother? Is it that he was never missing him? Is it that he didn't care whether he was dead or alive? Is it that he was having a good time without his younger brother? Is it that he could not just wake up one morning and be like, okay, see, I've had enough. Where is my younger brother? How is he faring? Is he still alive? How is he coping? The elder brother never did or never took such a step. As a matter of fact, the Bible recorded that when the prodigal son came back, his elder brother was angry. He was angry, and he went all to his father. He said, I do everything for you. There's nothing you say I should do that I don't do. I tilt your farm. I do this, I do that. And yet, the smallest goat, you could not kill it for me. But this wayward person in quotes came back and you sacrificed the fattest cow for him and all of that. Now, this is where I'm going to. You can claim to love God with all your evidence, and God will still not feel loved by you. Let me give you an example to buttress what I just said now. If a married man, for example, has issues with his wife, and they ask him, Oga, what is the problem? What is the issue? The man will go all, this woman is an ingrate. She's so ungrateful. What have I not done for her? I took her to school. I opened shop for her. I give her monthly allowance. Is it Bone Street I buy? Is it Peruvian coins I buy? Is it this one I buy? Is it shopping I take her? And the woman will probably be one corner doing like this. And so when they ask the woman, Madam, this man claims to love you. What is the problem? The woman will say, this man does not love me. Oh. This man does not love me, and rightfully speaking, her judgment is valid. Probably she's expecting the man to, probably what she wants from the man is emotional support and sensitivity. The man is not there. She was pregnant, no way. She cut her hair, he didn't realize. She plaits new hair, he didn't realize. She makes her nails, he didn't realize. No emotional connection. And so according to the woman, what makes her feel loved is emotional connectivity, and the man is lacking. So it is the recipient of the love who determines whether he or she feels loved or not the giver. So the woman has every right to say she doesn't feel loved, and it is valid. You can claim to love me and I don't feel loved, and I will tell you don't love me. But to you, you love me because you have a profile as to what it means to love someone. But me, the recipient, I don't feel loved. Do you see? So the recipient of the love determines whether he feels loved or not. Relating it back to this elder brother of the prodigal son, he had everything he does for God. He loves God with his heart, with his soul, with his mind, with his body, but God did not feel loved. You pay your offering, you give tithes. They say it's evangelism, you're there. They say it's prison ministry, you're there. They say it's orphanage home, you're there. If it's sweeping church, you're there. If it's ushering department, you're there. Everything, you strive to make God happy. But I can put it to you that God may not feel loved by you, because he calls the shots, not you. So okay, fine. Let me tell you why I knew that God was not loved, or God did not feel loved enough by this elder brother. The Bible said when the father sighted the prodigal son from afar, he ran to meet him. He ran to meet him. He kissed him. He hugged him. He embraced him. He was happy. The cow that they saved to do Christmas, he said, kill it. Raise celebration everywhere. Raise party everywhere for his son. So that was where the heart of God was. And that was where the elder brother was found wanting. He never for one day went to bring his younger brother. He never cared about what God cared the most for. The elder brother never cared about the lost soul of his brother, which was the heartbeat of God, which was where God's heart is. How do I know? The Bible said there is joy in heaven over one soul that comes to Jesus. There is joy, there is celebration. How many are we in this world? Billions. But just one person that finds Jesus, there is celebration. That is where the heart of God is. It's nothing. I do tell people all these things you do in church, ushering, sanctuary, whatever. It is your natural responsibility. You don't need to be applauded by it. It is not a basics for your love for God. Because in your natural home, they don't tell you to sweep the house. They don't tell you to cook food. They don't tell you to eat. They don't tell you to clean up your house. Nobody applauds you for that. You do it because it is natural. Same way these things are natural. The real proof to loving God is going for souls. it is going for souls. There are so many scriptures in the Bible. It is going for souls. I think it's in First Timothy 3 2 verse 3. Oh, please, I'm going to put it in this video, either 2 3 or 3 4, I don't know. The Bible said it is a good thing and it pleases the Lord over any soul that comes to the realization of the truth or something. Have you asked yourself? The Bible said, unto everybody is given the ministry of reconciliation. So this thing is so important to God that everybody he created, he gave that ministry to the person. Go and reconcile souls to me. That is where the heart of the Father is. So the next time you say you love God, I put it to you that you don't love him enough. In fact, the next time you say you love God, reduce your voice. Just whisper it so that only you will hear it, because you don't love God enough. Some of you even get angry when you say you love God and people can't see it. You get angry, but you don't love God enough. Your neighborhood, your workplace, hey, can the people around there attest to seeing Jesus in your life? Can they feel Jesus in your life? Can they sense Jesus in your life? When you show up, can they say, this one, can they? And then you love God. A number of us, God has entrusted souls to our hands. So, okay, for example, that was last 2 months. I had a dream twice about this particular guy. He's my friend, but I know that he's very far from God, very, very far. I had this dream twice, and the dream was very straightforward. Kelenna, you need to talk to him. You just need to talk to him. And when I woke up from the dream on the second time, I was like, ah, God, is this how much you trust me? Is this how much you can beckon on a human being to do this thing for you? I felt privileged, and though I had barriers in my mind, like, am I not infringing his privacy? How would he feel? How would I approach him? See, once you genuinely love God, all these things are trivial, because love is a driving force. It will drive you. You will not know when you go to that your neighbor's house and knock. You will not know when you call your friend on phone and say, see, this I want to tell you is urgent. You will not know when you do it. So if you've not gotten to that stage, you don't love God. You don't love him. A number of us, we're after what God can give to us. Give me this, give me that. I want this, I want that. But the smallest thing he asks you to do, you cannot do it. The smallest, just wherever you are found, let them know about Jesus. Wherever you're found, let them know. Let them know about me. You never do that one, no? But you're looking for bigger entrustment. How can God entrust you when the littlest thing he gave you to do, you can't do it? The Bible said, he who is faithful in a little, more shall be given unto him. More shall be given. So if you want to get serious with your life, if you want to walk with God closely, if you need God to empower you for whatever your purpose is, my dear, you have to do that one he's asking you to do, so that he can trust you. He can entrust more into your hands. A lot of people that God has entrusted wealth into their hands is because God knows that these ones are passionate for souls. Even if they cannot go out for soul winning, they will go and give the money to the church to enhance that activity. But God, give me money. God, give me money. The small money you have, you can't even if it's to buy food for someone and use it as a bait to talk to them about Jesus. No. No. How do you stay in a place where there are sinners and you are comfortable? Really? You can sleep at night. You can sleep at night. You don't love God. See, oh God, the true test to loving God is when you can bear the burdens of the Father, when you can feel the way God feels. What is the state of your heart when you see people that are going astray? What is the state of your heart? How do you claim to love God when you've not loved your brothers? Oh, the Bible even said it. How did the Bible put it? You cannot claim to love God whom you have not seen if you cannot love your fellow humans that you can see. The one way they see, you never love and finish. Now God, we never see, you claim to love. A lot of us, our siblings don't know Jesus. Our siblings don't know him. Our siblings don't know him, and you're eating food. You're comfortable. How do you? Is love about buying presents? Is love about I love you for mouth? Is love about showing off? A lot of us show off on the internet, but it is fake. The love is fake. How do you claim to love your brother, your sister, and you know that this person is not aligned to Jesus, and you're okay? You're okay. If not for any other thing, is hell a joke to you? Is eternal damnation a joke to you? If not for any other thing, hey, The rich man in the Bible told Lazarus, just a drop of water so that I can quench my thirst. A drop of water. And this is eternity, forever and ever. And you want to watch your siblings or your parents go to hell. You want to watch it. You don't love God. You don't love God. You don't love God. You don't love God. I read about Kenneth Hagin. He said he prayed for 2.5 years for his younger brother to turn to Jesus, because according to him, his brother was a tough person, very tough. You don't talk to him about Jesus, he can get angry at you. He went on his knees 2.5 years, 2.5 years, 2.5 years, because he doesn't want to go to heaven and his brother will be hell. That is love. 2.5 years. So even if you cannot approach these people, when last did you pray for them? When last did you fast on their behalf? When last did you... Hey, there was a prayer my mom taught me growing up. Not like she taught me, but I hear her make the prayer and I adopted it. Whenever she's praying for lost souls, she'll say, after praying for them, she'll be like, I use the blood of Jesus to separate them from every distraction, separate them from whatever is resisting them from coming to the knowledge of Jesus Christ. She use the bloodline and separate it. So if it is friends that is distracting you, she will use the bloodline and separate you. You and that your friend will start having issues. If it is fornication, if it is sin, whatever it is, she will wake up in the midnight and draw the bloodline. Ha! And when she draw that bloodline, just give it 1 month or 2 months, highest. Even if it takes for a year, she keeps on at that prayer until changes starts to happen. That is someone who loves God. That is someone who loves God. A lot of you need to talk to your siblings, because you cannot without them. You can't. This is the thing God has given to us to do, the ministry of reconciliation. So I am charging you. That thing the elder brother could not do for his father, please do it for your father. The elder brother did every other thing, but the one thing that mattered to God, which is lost souls. I could imagine if the elder brother at least went out to look for his younger brother, how pleased the father would have been. How pleased the father would have been. How pleased the father would have been. Enough of all this talk, I love God with mouth. Enough. You see, God started drawing my attention to when we were little. You see, all these people that come for evangelism. It's now that I understand better. Then I did not understand it. They will come, they will knock at your door. Some of them will wait outside for hours. Because you refuse to open the door, they will wait for hours. When you eventually open the door, you can insult them, you can call them names. They will go. They will come back again to your house. They will come back because there is something driving them. They love you way too much to watch you to be eternally damned. They love you way too much. They're not doing it for their personal gains. After all, when they come, they don't ask you for money, they don't ask you for food. They just preach the gospel and leave. The test of true love is when you can do what matters to God the most. Because like I said, God calls the shots, not you. The recipient determines, not the giver. That your neighbor that you say you love, that your colleague you say you love, talk to them about Jesus. As you talk to them, you pray for them. A number of times I tell God, may you not need me to do something for you and I'll refuse. May you not ask me for something and I will say no, no matter how tough that thing is. And to be sincere, you can't do it by yourself. You need to talk to the Holy Spirit. No matter how much you want to love God enough, if you're not helped by the Spirit of God, you can't go far. You can't go far on your love walk with God. You can't. May you not have a friend or a brother or a sister or a family member or a colleague who is going the wrong way and you keep your mouth shut. May you not. Because if anything should happen to them, you're going to be blamed for it. God will ask you questions. What did you do in that place I kept you? I gave you a good job. What did you do with it? That business you're doing, what did you do with it? That place you're always going to, what did you do with it? You can't be comfortable around sinners. You can't. If not, you don't love God. You can't. You can't. As I close this video, I'll leave you with this. Your love is fake in capital letters if you don't talk to people about Jesus. Your love is fake if your siblings don't know about Jesus. If your colleagues, your neighbors don't know about Jesus, your love is fake. May we not have misplaced priorities like the elder brother to the prodigal son. May we touch the thing that matters to God the most. May we not be ashamed to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. How do you even claim to love Jesus when you are ashamed to talk about him? You can call your friends, gist them about your boyfriend, gist them about what happened, gist them about this, that, but you in all your conversations, you never mention Jesus once. But when they say if you love Jesus, raise your hand, your two hands will be in the air. Until my next video, take care. I pray you ponder over this whole thing and take a new turn in your walk with God. Bye.